Did you know that you're just a culmination of your friendships, the experiences you've had in your life, and the institutions that you've been to or been exposed to? That is literally who you are. And if that's who you are, and if you realize that now, take a good look at yourself. Are you a good representation of all the things that have been from those experiences or not? Hey, how's it going? I'm Earl, and this is day 4 of the isolation phase. For this whole isolation phase, this is nothing more than just reading Proverbs every single day for 31 days for the month of December. Now, this is nothing more than just, this isn't about content. This is about spiritual formation and leadership. This is about owning everything to yourself. The whole reason why I'm doing this is to give a better definition of what you may know as monk mode or ghost mode or the winter arc or the lock-in phase, right? Everyone's going to go hard in the paint January 1st, but not a lot of people know how to prepare themselves for it. They think it's about, getting the latest gear or getting, if you want to do a gym transformation or a body transformation, it's all about getting the best clothes and everything. And really, it's all about your mindset. And when it comes to mind, body, and soul, I'll bring up 2 things here is it's not necessarily getting in a good mindset, but it's all about your spirit and the inside and what truly is there inside of you to help prepare for this. And so with this isolation phase, we start off with the first thing, which is your faith and your spirit that goes into it. I want to make sure that before you dive into this next phase into your life or phase into this year and you want to change something about yourself, you have to start from the inside. And that's why I'm doing the isolation phase. And this is why 31 days of Proverbs is the answer for that. So as we're coming into day 4, what I'm doing every day is I'm getting it from the Holy Bible. I'm using the RSVCE version, the Revised Standard Version, Catholic Edition. I'm using this version instead of the Douay Rheims because it gives more of a context of how we're speaking today rather than like the old translations or old English. So this is a little more digestible. Again, I'm doing this, so I just want to remind you that, like, depending on where you're at with your faith and depending on where you're at, if you're dabbling into, coming into Christianity again, or coming into reading the Bible or getting to know Jesus a little more, I'm going off the Old Testament. I'm going off Proverbs because when we feel lost, or depending on where you're at with your life, when you feel a little lost, sometimes you need a little more direction. You need a little more structure, and you need more so along the lines of understanding where you're at and getting a little bit of guidance. Proverbs is the answer for that. King Solomon says this to his sons. So I'm going to start off with chapter 4. Again, right off the heading, it is fatherly advice. So imagine that this is a king speaking to his sons. Chapter 4. Hear, O sons, a father's instruction, and be attentive that you may gain insight. For I give you precepts. Do not forsake my teaching. When I was a son to my father, tender, the only one in sight of my mother, he taught me and said to me, let your heart hold fast my words, keep my commandments, and live. Do not forget and do not turn away from the words of my mouth. Get wisdom, get insight. Do not forsake her. She will keep you. Her is wisdom, by the way. Do not forsake her. She will keep you. Love her, and she will guard you. The beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom, and whatever you get insight. Prize her highly, and she will exalt you. She will honor you if you embrace her. She will place your head a fair garland, and she will bestow on you a beautiful crown. Hear, my son, and accept my words, that the years of your life may be many. I have taught you the way of wisdom. I have led you in the paths of uprightness. When you walk, your step will be hampered, and if you run, you will not stumble. Keep hold of instruction, do not let go. Guard her, for she is your life. Do not enter the path of the wicked, and do not walk in the way of evil men. Avoid it and do not go on it. Turn away from it and pass on. For they cannot sleep unless they have done wrong. They have robbed of sleep unless they have made someone stumble. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. But the path of righteous is like the light of dawn, which shines brighter and brighter until full day. The way of the wicked is like deep darkness. They do not know over what they stumble. My son, be attentive to my words. Incline your ear to my sayings. Let them not escape from your sight. Keep them within your heart. For they are life to him who finds them, and healing to all his flesh. Keep your heart with all vigilance, for from it flows the spring of life. But keep away your crooked speech and put devious talk far from you. Let your eyes look directly forward, and your gaze be straight before you. Take heed to the path of your feet, then all your ways will be sure. Do not swerve to the right or to the left. Turn your foot away from evil. Okay, so there's a lot of things here that chapter 4 really puts some practicality into it. Again, this is King Solomon talking to his sons. And if I can sum all of this up briefly, it would be, if I were to teach, if this is what Solomon and God is teaching to men, it would be to guard your heart, to avoid the path of the wicked, to listen to instruction, to stay focused and walk with discipline. So just like I said in the beginning, we are a culmination of all the institutions of friendships and experiences that we've had in our life. So it says right here, right, just understand that when a king is speaking to his son, that is the influence, one of the first biggest influence. So if you're a father or if you're a father figure, understand that what you say to others is truly important, especially to a growing young boy, to a group of kids. When I was a son with my father, tender, the only one in the sight of my mother, he taught me and said to me, let your heart hold fast my words, keep my commandments and live, and do not forget, and do not turn away from the words of my mouth. Get wisdom, get insight. That's huge, because when you think about what we're doing today and how we're being influenced, especially when it comes to social media, understand that you are being attacked and being bombarded every single day with social media left and right. It is probably one of the hardest things to avoid, because our life is based off this phone. Our life is based off our computers or emails, and yet we are distracted. Do not let those influences get into your life. That is absolutely one of the hardest things to truly traverse in this economy now, in this world now, is that I could sit here and easily just do this for hours, and your entire day will be lost. Do not be influenced by that. That is guarding your heart, and that is guarding your influences, and that is picking and choosing who is who's going to be part of your life, who you want to be let in your life, but also heed this, to stay focused and disciplined. King Solomon reminds us that hey, you could do your best to do everything and anything right. You will stumble. You will fall back. Keep the path. Get away from the wicked. Get away from those influences. And you can only achieve that by getting more wisdom. So what is wisdom to you? So here's some practicalities from my experiences about what that wisdom looks like. If, I would have never known that I can push my body to the utmost limit based off my career so far without spending time with people who are extremely strong, extremely fit, and extremely intelligent. Right now, I like to say that I'm decently fit because I go to the gym every day, but only because my mentors back then, especially, I'll tag a couple people here that I truly believe who are influences in my life that have kept me fit and kept me made me stay the path, is that when I first started CrossFit, when I first started weightlifting, they said show up every single day, no matter what. I mean, it's almost like a hyperbole. People say that all the time, oh yeah, you just got to show up and everything. But no, you literally got to show up and be consistent about it. I have done that for years and years, and the payoff is amazing. I would have never known to do that if I didn't, I knew I wanted people in my life, and I knew I wanted strong people in my life, and I knew that regardless of their character or whatever, they were strong, and that's all I needed to know. That was my first, wisdom illumination to me. So your influences in your circle are truly important. Keep those people around you. That's one of the biggest things that I can share with you when it comes to who your mentors are, what influences you're watching and everything, and make sure that whatever is on your phone or what's on your feed is something that is going to be helping you. So that wraps up day 4. So if you want some clarity, read chapter 4 of Proverbs and join this journey with me. Again, guard your heart, know your mentors, keep your influences by your choice. And if you are feeling that you're being swayed left and right just for a little bit, just understand the path of what is good, and you know what's good, and make sure you keep going in that direction. All right. So this is day 4 of the isolation phase. This is 1 chapter a day. This is 1 lesson, and this is 1 step forward. All right.